This is Houston Control. Taking Rebecca. Wave initiated. Locking out all ports. Clear. And we are good to go.
Well, hello all. So I'm kind of doing a redo of the video I made before, kind of giving an update on where things are headed with everything. Uh, and yeah, because the other audio was a little poor on the last video. If you have your headphones on, you can kind of hear it, but not as well without them. But yeah, so kind of giving a little direction that one of the top things of what, even though the channel is more so was originally made just so that I could make random commercials and such for my apparel, as it kind of hopefully took off a little harder, that commercials were good there and they worked with Patreon. So this was a decent platform that would work with it and allowed me to link them up through my Patreon. So that's where it kind of started. And I mean, it's been a little while before since I've done major videos for it and just kind of really started back up over the last week or so. But part of what the other things that we were gonna, big thing that we're for our direction is we're basically taking a stand where, because the lines have been drawn on the political and social issues of the day, and Nimilum, the Art of Imagination, would like to make it stand where we are. So there will every now and then be little thoughts and stuff from that, but I might throw that on like a separate linked channel through to this to try to keep it separated from the art stuff, the RPG stuff, and some of our political discussions. And so that was kind of that biggest starting announcement on that thing. We also going to continue on with trying to, especially at one point as it grows bigger, helping to platform other artists, um, especially particular ones who are your regular day artists who it's hard for us to get a footing, to get noticed, to get stuff seen of ours. And we each have our own little unique niche of styles and ways we could do things. And this that was always ultimate goal when I did start the business of Nimlam, the Art of Imagination, was to build a decent platform so obviously I can make a comfortable living, as well as helping other artists to get established themselves, especially ones who didn't go to school and don't have the degree. I mean, schooling is very important, getting a degree is very important, but not for all things that you need, like as far as like art, should you have to have it guaranteed just to get in the door with your average businesses. And so that's kind of one of the things we're going to be doing, or that we're going to continue doing as we kind of build up. Uh, Obviously, continuing to showcase various creations of ours. You can see my little Mankey characters on the side. I've done these, I think, about maybe about a year ago. But these are my Mankey characters. I designed Mankeys back when I was a kid. Little fur balls, antennas, have personalized faces, expressions on them, little monkey tail, and they have little toad feet. And I decided, you know what, fuck it, I want to do them each as one of the 12 main character classes in Dungeons and Dragons. So I created these guys. And yeah, those are kind of our general mascot, if you will. But yeah, we'll continue to showcase our various different art stuff, our possible merch that we come back out with, like apparel and other things, as well as other various merch lines of other platforms and channels that different ones within the Nimlam business that are actually doing art for these various groups so that you can see their art, not only their art, but things they've done for others, and we kind of help out each other, getting eyes on everybody's stuff. Yeah, I will be going further into doing various discussion rooms for, let's say, different people want to just discuss ideas or want to know how other platforms or other channels are able to have this or that work with their various systems. Like I'm working on OBS right now, and that way we can kind of help each other out if all of a sudden we hit a roadblock where, oh, I can't figure out how to do this, or maybe I've got some random ideas, but how do I go about it? We can have little conversation discussions about that, as well as other conversation discussions. Yeah, it'll be nice when I get a set in-home camera instead of a laptop one, so my little movements around keep me a little more keyed in on the center. Uh, other than that, I mean, I'm gonna be doing a lot of various different things with the channel, helping out others. Other than here's kind of our little some of my political mocking art I've made up over the last few months. But also, I'm going to be starting to do something. I kind of thought of this as I'm working with a few people on helping them to get various merch lines set up or kind of dabble into this. Is I'm going to be start doing a kind of like review of these various sites that are either print on demand or give you access to be able to facilitate merch for your channel members and other people who like what you're doing, or even actual things you want to support and you feel strongly about advocating for. Obviously, I I won't really be doing the religious stuff. I won't push away other artists who might have a religious leaning per se, as long as they're not too orthodox about it and preaching upon others. I might stay a little backed off, even though most people who have come to know me know my stance on that whole stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna get through different various merch lines, get some ideas. Like here's a few images as well that I've done for other channels. You should check each of these channels out. Like we got Bad Side and Sundays, the Apostate Sisters here. So they're great channels to go check out, support, listen to their message, listen to what they do. They each kind of have their own little, you know, channel direction that they're going, and it'd be great to support other people that you feel that deserve it. Uh, yeah, I probably maybe should have stripped it a little bit more instead of just some plain old notes. And I know I'm gonna get plenty of people give me flack about this with the camera and my general delays and stuff. But I'm getting used to being on camera. I don't really like being seen. But yeah, So I know I'm going to do different various reviews of things. Like, for example, as we're coming up, like some of these different shops that we're going through. Some of these particular, mostly what I'm going to be focusing on right now with this is the various shops that kind of are linked and work with YouTube themselves already, and kind of giving them a review of what it looks like, the general setup. We're going to go through setting up your own little shop in it, what limitations, what they offer, kind of get a feel for what it looks like. I mean, maybe some of these various places, businesses will see this and they'll hit me up with a little bit more information. We can get a deeper dive on each of them. And as I get reviews back from the various people when they sell their merch or people who buy that merch, I would like some insight back so I can kind of give an assessment, kind of analyze everything so that we can kind of see what the pluses, the minuses to each are. Again, it's all about trying to help each other out. Uh, yeah, I know I'm not going to do much editing with this film. I'm just going to kind of roll with it for this time until we get going more. Then I'll tweak things out and go from there. Let's see. I did that one, did that one. Yeah, okay, cool. Went through all the different ones. Cool. Awesome. But that's kind of just my general little information for the day, a little catch up on where we're going. Any questions, any comments, drop them down. Let me know. I'll hit you up. I'm usually pretty good at responding back to things. Uh, Other than that, hit the like, subscribe if you would. It'd be appreciated. Then you kind of see as we go further and further with this and what other things we're going to build upon and do with everything in the channel. Thanks again. Peace out, everybody.